Hello YouTube. Today we are calculating how much you need to be financially independent and you can retire and never worry about money ever again. In the previous video we have checked if $200, $400 and $1,000 invested per month would get you somewhere. And in fact it does, but is it enough for you? We will calculate a couple of financial independence numbers today, but first a quick disclaimer. Contact your financial advisor to check what is possible for you, do your own research, and past performances are not a guarantee for future results. Indeed, the stock market could crash tomorrow and no one could see it coming. So calculating a number that will let you retire early depends on how much earlier you want to retire. It depends on your lifestyle and all the expenses that come with it, and also on your pension situation, if you have one, don't have one, sufficient one or insufficient one. So how much do you think you need? Please let me know in the comments. I'm very curious, and also curious if you were close to it or not. Before we start, some information here. I use my Excel, it's easy, you can create your own if you need to. I will use a rate of return of 6%, which is achievable and very conservative. Also, I will use an inflation rate of 2%, again, possible and conservative. Don't hesitate to try on your own numbers in Excel and make a better guess of what you need. I am going to assume that you don't want to run out of money. No worries, no stress, money all lifetime. This is why I use the rule of 25, which allows you to withdraw 4% every year of your invested capital. As I hope you understand by now, as long as the market grows at least 4%, you mathematically never run out of money. Of course, we will also check the numbers with inflation, but you will see that it is still possible to never run out of money. Here is example 1. In this scenario, we will not check inflation. You are spending $2,000 a month, which means your yearly expenses are $24,000. With the rule of 25, your financial independence number is $600,000. As we zoom into the numbers, you can see that the principal keeps growing because your expenses are less than the capital wins. Indeed, the calculator uses a 6% rate of return, so withdrawing 4%, you actually almost earn 2% a year. Depending on price inflation, you could need more than $24,000 a year, but as you can see, as long as you keep under what the market grows, you are well underway. Now looking into the same numbers, so a financial independence number of 600,000, but this time with an inflation rate of 2%. You can see that yearly expenses grow, but still they are not growing fast enough to take over. The principal still is growing. And thanks to that compounding effect, you could never run out of money. Now to scenario 2, your monthly expenses are $5,000 per month, and that means your expenses per year are $60,000. Your financial independence number is therefore 1.5 million, and it is indeed a lot more than the previous example. As you can remember, in example 1, without inflation, the principal just grew a lot. So this time I'm just going to look right away into inflation at 2%, and the rate of growth of the principal is 6%. As you can see, the yearly expenses have grown a lot, but the principal as well. If you look at the total, you can see that in the beginning it's growing fast and it grows slowlier and slowlier by the end of year 24 and 25. It's because the expenses are catching up to the growth. Well, that sounds terrifying. Actually, it takes about another 15 years to go back to 1.5 million. And at that point, you're getting old, it's okay to have a little less. You might get lucky one year with a little less inflation. You might as well be flexible in your budget. And finally, the stock market could be at your advantage with more than 6% that I am calculating with. Now, some people do not want to end up with that whole sum of money. They are okay with ending with a little less, and therefore we will also check those numbers. Now, because you are okay with ending with a little less than what you had in the beginning, your start amount will be different. While you are okay with ending with a little less than your financial number, it's very important that you don't run out of money too early. In this scenario, you are very lucky and healthy and you become 100 years old. Also, you were very successful at investing and you retire at age 40, which means that the money invested should not run out within 60 years. Let's imagine you want a safety cushion of $120,000 by age 100. Your financial independence number is then $585,000. At this point, you can see it going down instead of growing, even with inflation. If you want to study those numbers, click pause, otherwise I'll just go to the next example. Now, in this last example, we are back to the financial number 1.5 million, and actually, if you are okay with ending up with a little less, the financial number is now 1.456, so you have saved 44K from your initial goal. As you can see, in the couple first years, your principal is growing, but as the expenses grow with inflation, it's going down. If you are a little less lucky and less healthy than scenario 1, and you were to only live another 50 years after retirement and reaching 90, you would end with 1.4 million, which is still most of the principal. And if you were to reach 95 and therefore 55 years into retirement, you would end with $918,000, which still again is more than half of your principal. We of course wish ourselves a long and healthy life, but as you can see, reaching 100 would still mean ending with a positive balance. If you are interested in checking out the numbers, please click pause. I want to end this video by reminding you that those numbers were very conservative, as we were calculating with a 6% rate of return. If we were to with a 7% rate of return, you would probably grow and almost probably never run out of money. And with a couple of years of 1% rate of inflation, the withdrawal wouldn't grow that much. So again, those numbers were very conservative. If I have missed one scenario that you want to know about, please let me know. I would love to check that out. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me. Thank you so much. Bye bye.